you for coming today to our annual parent-student luncheon. By raise of hands, how many of you would say lunch was or is your favorite subject in school? All of us in here. And how many of you buy your lunch at school? And how many of you, how many buy your lunch? Okay. And how many of you bring your lunch? Okay, 50-50. And do you agree that 8th graders should have more calories than kindergartners at lunch? Yes. Right, everyone agrees. And is it important for the students for you to have healthy and freshly prepared meals at school?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I ate school cafeteria food till I was 16. Then I decided that I did not want to eat the school food anymore because it tasted bad, it wasn't healthy, and it just cost extra money that I didn't want to spend. So my sister and her friends, they decide that they wouldn't buy their school lunches either because they didn't like the way it tastes and they feel like it's too expensive for them as well. But Michelle Obama's Healthy Hunger-Free Kid Act has used federal regulation to integrate healthy food choices for students to help them prevent the growing problem of childhood obesity. Today I'm going to explain to you how federal regulation of school lunch is one part of the solution to childhood obesity, what obstacles federal regulation of school lunch is facing, and who has the influence on stunting the growth of the spread of childhood obesity. Federal regulation of school lunch sets nutritional standards for school meal programs, and according to the USDA Food and Nutritional Services website, the new standards align school meals with the latest nutrition sciences and the real-world circumstances of America's schools. These responsible reforms do what's right for children's health in a way that is achievable in schools across the nation. Change always comes with challenges, and the new federal regulation standards for lunch are not an exception. The USDA's new meal plan requirements and nutritional standards list that 8th graders only receive 50 to 100 calories more than kindergartners. Meanwhile, 7 County Services reports the daily number of calories required for optimal health gradually increases about 200 calories every 1 to 2 years during early adolescence, especially for boys. In other words, students are leaving school lunch hungry. The New York Times reports that the new program is receiving negative feedback from students. Students are going on strike, calling it brown bagging it on Twitter. And they're making YouTube videos such as a brief history of school lunch in America. Don't expect a happy ending. They're forced to take a fruit and vegetable serving whether or not they'll actually eat it. So food is going to waste when they don't eat it, and they're also not receiving the nutritional benefits if they throw it away. In addition, the price of school lunch has increased to be too expensive for many families to afford. Earlier, we agreed to support healthy and freshly prepared meals served in school. And today we've learned how federal regulation of school lunch is part of the solution to childhood obesity, what obstacles federal regulation of school lunch is facing. Now, what we have yet to identify is who has the most influence to stunt the growth of childhood obesity. I know that most of you are students, but there are some of you that are parents. And some of you students will one day become teachers and leaders in your communities. And you can help with school nutrition because Newsweek points out that the federal government only sets guidelines. Local school systems create their own menus. Therefore, to ensure that students will be served healthy meals that they will actually eat, you should use resources to communicate with your local officials and school administrators. So students and parents, you have a voice. But the ultimate solution to solving childhood obesity is to model the way, lead healthy lifestyles, and teach children the importance of nutrition. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. See you next year.